Hi Virgo, Amber here at Symbols to Living. Hope that you're very well. Welcome to your 2007, well, September 2017 love reading, answering the question, how does he or she feel about you? So this is looking at how your partner feels about you, Virgo, not about how you feel about your partner. So this is giving the Virgo insight into the minds and the hearts of their partners. Got a new Etsy shop just opened practically in the last month, so please do check it out. I'm also on other social network platforms, so again, have a search for me there, check me out. Um, yeah, and apart from that, I'll go ahead with your reading. So the overall card for the month of September for Virgo, for this, with regards to this particular question, how does this person feel about you? We've got the Judgment card here at the base of the deck. So it may be a case of some things coming to the surface, old issues becoming now relevant. An element of honesty is definitely in the air. And also forgiveness may be needed as well this month. I think the Judgment card also talks about taking opportunities that are given to us to start again, to let go, to cleanse, to refresh. So it looks like hopefully this month a lot of old, maybe outdated ideas or unnecessary fears or concerns, worries, hopefully they'll be a thing of the past once you're able to bring them out into the light of day and see them for what they are. So that's going to be the kind of energy I think for the month. A lot of honesty is going to be required, and interestingly enough, we've got the Queen of Swords at the centre part of the reading, and I think she's probably about as honest as they come. In tarot, she will say it as it is, and it looks like your partner definitely perceives you in that way. They feel that you are very blunt and to the point. They may see that you they may see the more mercurial side of you, Virgo. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, so the sign of Virgo is closely related to the Queen of Swords, although she traditionally was, corresponds with the air element. It's still a very Virgo card, and it talks about someone or a woman who often could be a single parent or is just very, very independent, and especially independent of thought as well. Not afraid to speak her mind, can be very honest. You can't really argue with this person. They always have the right thing to say, and win almost every argument, but at the same time are very fair. And I think this Queen of Swords, I think she will always, she's not as harsh, I guess, as the King of Swords, and she will always kind of offer you a way out before dropping or using her sword violently. So yeah, that's how I see the Queen of Swords, and I think this is how your love interest perceives you to have those kind of qualities. The Death card here, it may be that the person you're interested in is a Scorpio. It could also be, again, it's like the Death card does take no prisoners kind of attitude. It's like it will, whatever needs to go, needs to go. So I think this person sees you as quite a harsh person who deals with the facts and reality, very much a realist, doing what needs to be done, quite cutthroat. So I think they see you as quite harsh. but at the same time, like I said, fair. You know, and you know, your actions are most likely justified with the Queen of Swords here. However, with the Judgment card being the overall energy for the month, it may be that this person that you're interested in really does feel that you're very harsh, quite judgmental. But also it could be that they recognise, especially with the Queen of Swords, that, you know, the reason why she is how she is because she's trying to be very rational after having maybe a very negative emotional experience. So it could be that you're dealing with that. Maybe there's a kind of transformation within you. They could see within you that there may be some sort of transformation on that front where, you know, maybe some old hurts that you had are coming to the surface and are starting to be transformed within you, so they're no longer making you maybe into a very harsh, cutthroat kind of personality, or that kind of mood. Instead, it could be now allowing you to transform into someone who's just very fair, and sees things for what they are, has a clear perspective, rather than using, you know, acting from a place of hurt and disappointment and pessimism, because the Queen of Swords can have that quality. And I feel that the Death card here is saying that there is some sort of transformation on that front, especially with the Judgment card here. I feel that old issues are being transformed and are being let go of. And this is happening to the Queen of Swords. Your partner sees you as someone who's hurt and is healing, recovering, and transforming. So that's interesting. Advice to the querent, or insight into the querents. This is for you, Virgo. I think you may see your partner as not very communicative, or you may be deciding not to be that communicative. You may be given the silent treatment at the moment for whatever reason, or just not talking that much, spending time with yourself, or you could just be perceiving your partner to be that way, not very communicative. But if your partner isn't being very communicative, it's because they probably feel that you're quite harsh and are going through your own kind of transformation at the moment, and own healing process, and maybe they kind of want to give you time to heal. This is also the healing card. And you may also be, you know, deciding to, you know, take some time out for yourself in order to give yourself that chance to, you know, recollect your thoughts and feelings, and, you know, regroup, heal, you know, take time out to reflect over what's happened, and plan a way forward. However, usually with the Four of Swords, once you come out of that, I think with that kind of card, you do end up coming out a lot more stronger. Although you have to be wise not to be too cutthroat after that, is that it can make you so strong that you end up, you know, just being too strong and too cutthroat. So again, I think there is a kind of a slight warning there, especially with the Judgment card here, that it is about forgiveness. It is about letting go this month. So in the near past, we've got your partner feeling the Page of Wands and the High Priestess. So this tells me that in the near past, or what kind of has led up to this point in the relationship, your partner's interest has been the Page of Wands energy and High Priestess. I think they see you as very intriguing, like a lot of still waters, you know, run deep with you, that you're quite intuitive and you hold a lot of secrets, and you're quite wise, and you know a lot more than you say, and, you know, they kind of can tell that. And with the Page of Wands here, they're just truly intrigued, and in fact they find it quite attractive, and they just feel really curious. You you spark that, you spark their interest. If nothing else, they want to get to know you just to find out, more. Or they're just curious, like, what is it about this person? They're just so different and they seem to know so much, and I'm curious about her. Or him. I want to know more. So it's not particularly romantic, but having said that, the High Priestess can often signify, two people coming together in a very kind of spiritual sense, and having kind of a very deep, soulful connection with each other. With the black and the white pillars there, I would say that there's a possibility that you would be very, very different, but very complementary. So that might be why the person is quite intrigued by you, maybe because you're their complete opposite, so they want to know more. Person that you're interested in could be younger than you, a lot younger than you, or a student, maybe, a fire sign, Sagittarius, as well. Although we do have another water card here, so again, there could be this kind of fiery energy mixed with this kind of watery energy in their chart. Yeah, I would definitely say they're a fire sign. They could definitely be a fire sign with the water in their chart. But yeah, they could be a bit younger, or at least young at heart, very playful, very curious, still very quite unsettled, still wanting to learn more. At a place in their life where they just want to learn more, and they want to explore more, or they may just be a very kind of curious person. They could be like a Sagittarius type energy that's always looking for answers and the truth and considering different philosophies and things like that. So that's a possibility. Either way, they're very intrigued by you, and they're also very attracted to you as well, I think, because of it, like I said. You don't seem that... I don't think you're convinced, or you don't. Before, maybe you weren't convinced. And this could be because of the Queen of Swords. This could be that, you're just not convinced. Like, it's almost like I've seen it all before. What makes your cup different from all the cups I've seen before? You even got the arms crossed here, not accepting any of it. So yeah, just a lack of interest. I think you just feel like this person that's come into your life is no different to the rest. And you may feel as well like you've got enough things that you're dealing with at the moment as well, maybe emotionally, that you're dealing with, that you just don't really feel maybe there's enough space or time for this person. You don't know maybe this person's really going to add any value to your life. You may feel like, you're not too sure maybe what they can give you. So you could really sense that they're, a lot more interested in about what they can get from you, as in they're very curious about you. They're more concerned about their curiosity. They're maybe more, concerned about what they can do for you. So you may be kind of feeling that, like, well, what is this person bringing to me? What are they really offering to me? Is it worth considering it, or is it what I've seen before? So, but again, this could just be your own pessimism going on here. And with the Judgment card here, it looks like that might be the case. It might be the case that you just basically have got a negative outlook on love and relationships, or this person. So at the base of the reading here, we've got what your partner thinks about you. And then you see the star and the Ace of Pentacles, so that definitely shows me that this person does see a future with you, a very long future, a future that involves travel and more exploration, and the exploring the unknown in a sense, so reaching the stars, like definitely a future. Definitely a future they see. I mean, and it's quite a solid future. They want to make a commitment. I think they recognise that this isn't going to take work, that it's not going to be something that's going to come just overnight. That if they want something to really come out of this relationship, they're going to have to actually put in the work, plan, have a vision for the future, and work towards that, and really make a solid commitment, you know, as in actually being completely monogamous, you know, looking at finances to see how, you know, the finances could support the relationship in terms of you wanting to move in together or whatever, you know, relationships cost money. So thinking of lots of practical things and setting practical things in place as well in order to maybe set a foundation for the relationship. So this person is really thinking about laying foundations and preparing for the future. So I thought that was mine. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. I'm gonna have to pause 1 minute. Sorry about that. Technical malfunction. Alright, so as I was saying, yes, your partner definitely sees a future with you, and recognises that it's a bit of a balancing act, that, you know, attention and care needs to be taken to more than one aspect of the relationship, not just the emotional side but the practical side, you know, and really looking towards the future as well, and sees you as someone that I think that they can explore their dreams with, explore their wishes with, their hopes and desires. They may also see you as someone who would fit in well with their social circle. They just think you're pretty great, Virgo. Yeah. You're thinking, you know, I think again this is coming back to the Queen of Swords. You're still feeling quite negative about it. Lots of old, outdated, repetitive thoughts occupy your mind, it looks like, most of the time. You just can't seem to, I think, forgive the past or forgive what's happened in the past or let it go, but you are going to have to. This is the thing, with the Eight of Swords, and you've even got the Hanged Man in the future as well. I think it's more on your partner's part, but definitely you're going to have to surrender and let go and step out of your comfort zone, because basically you're keeping yourself in this kind of vicious circle of negative thinking because it's just a bad habit or it's just what you know. So it's just a lot of repetitive negative thinking. It's like rumination. You really don't need these negative thoughts anymore. Yeah, they're only going to get in your way. It's almost like the universe has brought in, has ushered in something for you, but you literally can't see it because you don't think that, you know, you deserve it, or, you know, whatever negative thought you're having. Oh, I don't think that, you know, I'm ever going to find the right guy. I don't think I'm a very good girlfriend. I've got too much things going on, or whatever it is. But it's the lies that you've been telling yourself that have kept you in this false prison. And the only way you're really going to get out of it is by actually just trying something new. I really believe with the Eight of Swords, the way to get out of any sort of negative, repetitive thoughts is just to try something new. And in trying something new, you actually learn something new, and therefore you can't keep telling yourself old lies once you've tried it and experienced something different. So, yeah. In terms of your thinking, it would be great for you to just try something new, step out, give something a chance, take a risk. You know, she is wearing red. You know, it is about being courageous and taking a risk. And it's looking like, you know, with these little red rooftops here, Sorry, my music has got a mind of its own. But yeah, it looks like here, if you were to, there's more. I feel that, this is where it could take you to higher heights. It will take you to where you really want to go. It will take you to real safety. That's where your bravery will take you out of the valley and onto the mountaintop. So where you'll be able to see things a lot clearer. And I think it is about moving and just getting out of your comfort zone, taking some sort of risk, even if it is a risk of, not necessarily being in a relationship, but a risk of really taking the time to look within, look at the thought patterns that you have, and really make a commitment to do some self-healing, and to take maybe smaller risks in baby steps to kind of get yourself out of this rut. Because the Judgment card is here, so it does mean the time has come for this work to be done. So, then we've got your partner and how they intend, what their intentions are. So again, we've got the Hierophant and the Seven of Wands. This person is quite determined. They're not going anywhere. They're quite sure that they'd like to make a commitment. They want quite a traditional commitment. It could also be that this isn't a very traditional connection and your partner feels they have to really fight for it to work. They have to really stand their ground. They could have many other offers coming in as well, that they are having to keep away. And the offers that they're having could be their usual type. That's what I'm picking up. It could be their usual type of people that they're familiar with, and you may be something different, and so they're kind of having to make up their own rules now in terms of love and relationships, or recreate the rules, as in, they may have gone for a type before, but now maybe they've got to know you, and although you are very different, to them anyway, they feel that they can learn a lot from you and grow a lot with you, and create some brand new traditions of your own, and work on developing your own sense of what's normal, or what you're comfortable with, and what you feel is right for yourself. They see you, they see you. This is how you may be feeling. So yeah, I think you're actually being advised here is to think about the future. Although I think you're actually intending to really consider the situation from A right through to Z. Like, you want to see it from all angles. You want to know how this can practically work. You want evidence from this person. Like, you want physical proof from this person that they actually are suitable for you. The Knight of Pentacles doesn't really act on blind faith. He will want to see actual evidence before he takes even one step further, or he'll want to feel confident and really secure in his next step. And he'd be very happy to wait for all the information to come in before he does that. And it looks like that's what you're planning to do. And it doesn't look like Spirit's really telling you to do any different, to be honest. If, like I said, if you did need to take baby steps, take the baby steps. The Judgment card and the Death card are not cards that really are processed very quickly. So if it makes you feel more comfortable, and especially as this is your element, it probably would do a great deal towards the relationship if it was to be taken slower, because it would probably instill a lot of reassurance for you, and confidence as well. But this person seems to be quite determined. This person may not only have people that he may happen to be turning down, but also he may realise that you have a lot of admirers as well. and feels that they have to constantly prove to you, you know, that they're a good person, or that they're a good guy, or that their interest is genuine. At least they're trying to prove this to you. Anyway. Okay, and it looks like they do want to settle down. It does look that way, although they are very curious about you. And they recognize that I think you're defensive. Yeah, that you're quite defensive and I guess even maybe a little bit standoffish, where you're really keeping your distance here, even in communication, and they're having to really kind of fight, and they intend to fight for you, and fight for, I think, the relationship, as in they're not going to give up, they're not going to go anywhere, they're still going to show some sort of interest, whether it be calling you or just simply keeping you in their minds. You know, they're not giving up on the potential that you guys have. So then we have the Hanged Man and the King of Cups. So yeah, this tells me that, you know, it could be a water sign, as we said before. So it could be a Scorpio, most definitely, that you're dealing with. Could be a Scorpio rising, but could quite easily be like an Earth sign rising, but with like sorry, with like a water sign kind of descendant, you know. Sorry, I'm just picking up these elements, but definitely the Scorpio element has come through very strongly. And also got the Neptune element here. So yeah, this person's very watery, very probably very spiritual, but very emotionally kind of mature. Especially towards the end of the month, they will move from maybe curiosity to full-on certainty, and taking the relationship a lot more seriously than just exploring the idea, but towards the end of the month actually really feeling like they want to make a commitment and quite sure about what they want to do. And in fact, they are willing to wait because they feel like it's a worthy wait. They may recognize that you're going through a process, and they're happy to wait. They're happy to, I think maybe they may feel they want to take the step because it makes them feel like they are being more mature, that they're taking the next stage in their own development by taking the time to be more patient in relationships. Like I said, doing things a bit differently, creating new rules in relationships. This person seems to be taking a new leaf on themselves. So yeah, a lot of old things are dying away, and a lot of new things are now being born through, you know, their experience of past experiences. If that makes sense. So yeah, it's an interesting month. Yeah, they do see it as a sacrifice though, but they see it as a worthy sacrifice. They feel that it allows them to develop emotionally themselves, in doing the right thing, doing the grown-up things. I think they are looking to do the right thing here as well. I think they may be tired of being a player or something, that kind of energy. Okay, so 2 of Coins is your final card. So yeah, it looks like here you're still unsure, you're still playing and toying with the idea of commitment. I feel that you possibly have already committed yourself and your time to other things. Maybe, you know, with the Queen of Swords experience and your process you're going through, you may have focused a lot more on other things, away from emotional endeavours, i.e. work, business, etc. And now you're kind of toying with the idea of possibly introducing, I feel, this person into your life and seeing how they can fit. And I think you're enjoying the idea of it a lot more towards the end of the month. Yeah. You're still kind of exploring, but I think you're a bit more sure towards the end of the month. And you start entertaining the idea a bit more and having a bit more fun with it. So, yeah, it's good. Let's look at the last couple of cards here. So we've got the 5 of Cups. here and the Ten of Swords. So yeah, these are quite heavy cards. They go really well with the Judgment card, and underneath we've got the Four of Wands. So yeah, major letting goes. Letting goes of being alone, letting goes of disappointments, allowing the past to stay in the past, trying not to bring it into your future, allowing situations that are dead to remain dead and not to keep reliving it. And I know this is so much easier said than done, especially with things like, you know, post-traumatic stress disorder and other things you can experience when you've had a major upheaval in your life or whatever's happened. But the Judgment card is saying that it is time now to really look into ways that you can let it go, because it is over. There's Ten of Swords there in its reverse position. You had the Five of Cups also in its reverse position. Yes, you will feel lonely at first. It will be kind of a long road, but you're not alone. It's saying there as well. There are people around you that can help, and that will also give you a lot of confidence and reassurance and make you feel quite secure. If you look hard enough, the help is there, or just the support is there, all the resources are there in terms of feeling alone. But yeah, it's a necessary journey that needs to be taken by the looks of it. But whatever's happened has happened. It's now in the past, so the Judgment card is asking you to allow that to be in the past and to move forward, and maybe start to toy a bit more with the idea of introducing new things into your life. So I'm going to just pull some cards here. Sorry. Peace. Message in a bottle. Okay, so it's a nice card there. Okay, then we've got Not For You at the base of the deck, which is interesting. Not for you usually would mean that the situation you're in right now is not for you, and maybe you're pushing it. But with the Soulmates card here, and how the reading's gone so far, I wouldn't feel that's the way. I think maybe it's just accepting that maybe certain past, maybe it is a past relationship that you've had to let go of, and just knowing that it's not for you. Maybe if you were to kind of confirm that within yourself, it would be a lot easier to let it go, just to accept that it was not for you, so therefore you haven't lost anything. In fact, you're letting go of rubbish in a sense. Peace, I guess that's what you're looking for overall, is peace. I guess going through the Queen of Swords energy and the Death card as well. This is how your partner perceives you anyway, and the Judgment card being here as well. I think you are just looking for peace, looking for a new beginning as well. Looking for peace. I mean, we've even got the Dove card, sorry, the Dove on the card with the olive branch. I mean, yeah, it's definitely an element of forgiveness, letting go, and finding peace. I think that's how you are going to find your peace, is by letting go and forgiving whatever has gone wrong in the past. Message in a bottle. It's quite self-descriptive. So I guess there'll be, or in the past, possibly there was a lot of communication. It could also kind of mean, you know, a message being delivered at the right time. So it could be that you've said the right thing at the right time to this person that's kind of made this person think, and it could have seen it as a sign. But definitely a message coming in at the right time. So this person could be trying to communicate with you, and maybe is having some difficulty around that. So I'm going to actually read from the book from that one. Okay, so then we've got Orphaned here, which could be describing how, you know, the journey that you'll be taking, you may feel quite alone, but remember that you're not alone. There's definitely someone here anyway that seems to be quite committed to you in the relationship, so you're not alone, don't forget that. And soulmates, it looks like, you know, that you will possibly find that this person is someone that you really would like to commit to, and you may recognize that maybe this person is worth introducing into your life in a more permanent way. So I'm going to go ahead and read number 15 because that one stumped me a little bit. So message in a bottle is explained here as communication, a sign, a Cleidon, the ancient name for a spontaneous oracle delivered innocently by the speaker, pointing the way to your highest good. The oracle's message reads: Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them. When you believe you will receive them, and you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles and omens, they may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on a truck, or a song on the radio. Expect confirmation that you're pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open for someone might say just the right thing that will give you the right answer to your query. Today your message is this: Spirit hears you and the reply is favourable. The relationship message reads: you can expect someone to favour you with positive news. This could be in the form of a letter, phone call or email. You are the intended receiver of this message, so stay open to what you learn. Only good will come of it in the end. The signs are all there. So yeah, I think I did mention something about perceptions, and if you don't see, yeah, it's right over the Four of Cups. And I think this is where I was saying that, you know, you may not perceive it as being a valuable offer, but there could be a lot more to it than you think. Yeah, so just keep your ears and eyes open, like it said. You never know, this cup could be different. It looks like it is here with the soulmates card. So it looks like a really positive reading, Virgo. So if you enjoyed the reading, please do like, share and subscribe. It is general, so you may find that some of it doesn't resonate, but you might find that a lot of it does. Yeah, I hope that you enjoyed it. Please do like, share and subscribe, as I've said. Check me out on Etsy, and I guess I'll see you in October. Take very good care. Bye.